Good evening and welcome to another cast of VRML Breaches. Today we have a game between Formula 3, formerly wrecked, formerly Formula 3 again, but anyways, versus Apex, I don't want to call it an up-and-coming team, but it is a newer team because it was created this season, I believe. If I'm correct, correct me if I'm wrong there, Pillow. But anyways, my name is Martini, and today I actually have Pillow in the casting booth with me. How are you doing today, Pillow?
I am doing wonderful. This is going to be an amazing cast, Formula 3 versus Apex. And to answer your question, if Apex started this season, I believe they did start the season. However, they started with Old Eternity. They started with Old Eternity, but then they got their old players. So it's really fun to see how you have a past master team. And then you all form just like a team with one name, Apex and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really awesome to see that they got masters.
Oh, definitely. It's always fun to see the teams that kind of mold, shape themselves, flip things around. I love seeing like newly formed teams all together because you'll see a variety of the master tier teams tend to just kind of drop someone and pick them up. Acer is definitely a shining example of that. They have been a long-standing name. Formula 3 also technically, except for this one season, but these are too long. These are long-standing teams versus Apex, which is technically a newer team. So definitely exciting to see that sort of stuff. And we're talking about, to your point, this is going to be a great game because this is not just any master tier teams, but it's the second and third place. So really, this game is going to come down to who gets to hold that second place, potentially first if it really bumps them above that Acer MMR, or I guess otherwise known as the team that says those who know now. So it's definitely funny to see these teams play around with their team names and kind of mess around with that, but it'll be cool to see, can Formula 3 maintain their second spot, or in terms of being the top two for this season. And checking out their unfortunately don't have the matchup page, is not working for me right now, but the matchup today, we're looking at Formula 3, their current season stats. They have won 4 games, lost 0, but they did tie 2 of their games. On the other hand, we have Apex. They won 6 games, they lost 1, and I believe they tied 1 also. 1 second, looks like the teams are asking if they're good to go. Yes, stream is good. Yeah, so these, technically Apex has a couple more wins in their pocket, but I believe some of those earlier wins were from some teams that weren't ranked as high as obviously the Formula 3 teams that they consistently play against because they are master tiers. So how do you feel about those records? Technically, Apex a little bit better. Granted, they have taken a loss this season. Formula 3, no losses on their stats currently, but less wins overall.
If Apex is able to put a dent in their status, I'll be shocked. But then again, Apex is a really good team, and I think It's one of these teams that are gonna have some downings put on their status, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, Apex
However,
definitely a strong up and coming team this season. But anyway, sorry to cut you off. It looks like the teams are gonna get started. We're actually going into a classic, I would definitely say. We're gonna be going into Factory for our first map, and I did not bring it up earlier, but actually, I forgot to bring up the bans. You know, F3,
yeah,
Formula 3 bans Ship, Apex bans Hideout. How do you feel about that? You know, reworked Ship and Hideout, obviously a classic. In terms of what consistently gets played on, you know, league matches.
yeah, Hideout, a really old map. It was here in, I believe it was, what is it, Alpha, Beta? One of the two. It's a really old map. It's a very good map too. You know, a lot of teams liked it, but it's really surprising to see that people like to ban Hideout and Ship as the rework. You know, not. I mean, from what I think and what I see, not many people really like Ship now because during or considering of the rework, but Factory is definitely a good map too, and I can't wait to see what happens on this map.
Yeah, definitely. We have Apex starting off on the attack here. It'll be curious to see how F3 decides to deal with the Apex attack. We'll really get to see how Apex can handle the pressure from Formula 3, because last time I checked, I don't think I've seen Apex play against what I would call the top two teams in the league, you know, whether it's between F3 or even Acer. I don't know if they played against Acer yet. So we'll get to see Apex really play against some of the top tier teams here. Not to say that the other master tier teams aren't also top tier, but you know it's different between like master tier and top tier. You know, it is almost really a league on its own. So it's definitely exciting to see how they're going to be approaching this. But Apex here is starting out on rooftop as they slowly get set up for this push in.
JC Berserk and LFT both sitting on vending, and LFT gets taken out from Luna. However, Weirdo is able to find LFT for that nice refrag for Apex. A couple of wallbangs, and I think Berserk got tagged up a tiny bit through that wallbang. Angel on Tetris right now. Is he going to be able to find any damage onto Lightronics here? Wallbang and Lightronics does get tagged once, but doesn't really bring him down at all. They're getting this foam ready right now, and it looks like Angel almost takes out Weirdo, dropping him down to 5 HP, but does not take him out, and he is still alive.
Yeah, a lot of health economy damaged on the Apex side, but not impossible to come back. They still have their 4 players. How do you feel about this early round already? A lot of damage sustained on Apex. They're going to have to really fight their way in. Frag coming out there on Blaze. Unfortunately, that timer a little bit too long for them to take any chip damage from that. But, I mean, Formula 3 is stacked. They have only one person that took really any damage, and even then, they're still pretty healthy. 73 health, you know, in Berserk there. Do you think Apex is going to play this out? It's 40 seconds left on the clock. There's not too much time. Should they play this out or kind of just save up for the next round?
I feel like they're going to play this out. I mean, considering Weirdo is on 5 HP, they could go for a little bit of a bait play. They could go for a bait play, you know, kind of trading players with each other. It looks like they're going to go for it. Weirdo's going to run straight, or that doesn't run straight into lockers, but wants to quick peek at lockers. Struggling with that static field emitter. Uncle Ron sitting in lockers, holding a lean angle right now, getting ready to take some shots off, and he's not able to find it. Blaze able to find Berserk. Angel able to find Ivis. Heroes finding Blaze, and as well as Uncle Ron finding Lightronics, and Weirdo is at 5 HP in a 1v3, and it looks like Hero might get the kill. Hero does get the kill on Weirdo, and you know, I feel like it was a decent idea playing it out, but you know, just having low health for two players, I think, or Lightronics on like 70 or something like that. I think they should have definitely played a bait kind of play, you know, trade players.
Yeah, I mean, they took so much damage, I think, early on in that round. It's one of those, yeah, they can commit, but it's a very hard situation to be kind of committing into. So I get why they kind of, I think there's a little bit of time in the middle where they're kind of just sitting down, probably deciding what they were going to do. A little bit of lull there. And that would have been a moment, like, I normally don't recommend saving, especially when there's like 4v4, but considering the health, it might have been a little too risky for some of the pushes. It was definitely a hard situation for Apex to be in, but Formula 3 showcasing a good defense. I mean, 4 players up, able to sustain a lot of damage onto the Apex side. It's, you know, pretty impressive. They're coming out already strong with 2 players holding down their Vezins there, so it'll be interesting to see. Apex is going ultra eco. I don't know if you noticed that. They're all Jespers. So definitely a very aggressive economy choice from the Apex players.
Yeah, I see a lot of people do this, and You know, it really does help with the economy because considering that if they bought Jesper, or not Jespers, but Spectrals, I mean, they'd be at less money, obviously. And,
Mm.
you know, I believe they just want to make sure they have enough money for Vezins next. And it looks like Luna is going to be pushing in and goes right back out. LFT and Uncle Ron are both sitting in storage right now, waiting for the push. Looks like Berserk is over there to assist them as well. If you take a look upstairs, though, Lightronics is able to find Angel with a beautiful, beautiful crouch up. And it looks like he's going to be running back down to regroup with his team. Berserk with that Vezin is able to find Luna, making good work of that early pickup for that Vezin.
Yeah, definitely a good trade there for the Apex players. Unfortunately, does come back for the refrag. But again, Formula 3 up against... Never mind. How did the LFT not expect the window there as they took so much damage, but somehow still alive? Uncle Ron able to pick off there. Berserk going in for the commit. Got that two-piece. I'm going to get that recording for later. That was beautiful. And now it comes down to a 4v1 situation. EMP is also down, so definitely a rough situation. Waiting to see what the weirdo is going to decide to do here. Again, Jesper's in hand, so there's really not much they can do, but it's still a minute left in the round.
I think he's not going to go for it, considering the Jesper is like a 3-shot headshot, and, you know, I thought they were going to get aggressive. I really thought they were going to get aggressive on the weirdo, but they didn't. They swung out for a little bit and then decided to pull back.
Something to consider, you know, I mean, Formula 3 doesn't know they have Jespers in hand, right? I get it. If they don't want to overcommit, it's only one guy. So in their minds, probably like, well, we're one guy, worst case, nothing happens, right? So I can see why they were conservative, but you're right. I mean, they had 4 guys. It would not have hurt to commit that hard, you know?
Garon gets a headshot, peeks out to get another headshot onto Weirdo in round 2, going over to the side of Formula 3. You know, their defense right now is a very, very solid. You know, they're playing off each other really well, and they're just using chemistry at that point.
I mean, 4 players up, I think 2 rounds in a row showcases that they are holding themselves down. I always say, you know, they are on the defending side, so we do expect them to win, but they are also winning with a fair amount of players still alive. So let me check out this replay that we had this previous round. You know, Berserk coming in with that Vezin, very much utilizing that hero buy. I mean, that 2-piece there in the end there by that corner, definitely rough for the Apex players as they try to enter, but I will say the Ultra Eco strategy did work out mostly for Apex. It looks like one player still couldn't pick up a Vezin. Looks like Weirdo was not able to do that, unfortunately. But it's wild to me that that still is the case. They went Ultra Eco and they still couldn't get a Vezin. So how do you feel about that economy choice? Do you think it's going to pay out for them potentially this round? Or maybe that was a little too conservative from them in the previous round?
Yeah. My bad. Sorry, I had a couple things going on, father texting me and stuff like that. Had to get that done with, but Blaze on repel right now on a vending machine. Lightronics on that hatch waiting to make a move. LFT and Uncle Ron both sitting. Well, Uncle Ron sitting in lockers and LFT sitting pretty much on Tetris. We got 3 members of F3 sitting on A site. I believe this is the time where Apex is going to make their move. That hatch is blown now. Ivis with that drone is going to drone out Tetris first. He's going to find that static field emitter. He's going to get intel of LFT in that Tetris. However, they do not know that there is another one. And a lot of wall bangs. Angel finding the headshot onto Luna, as well as Blaze able to find Berserk with a wall bang for himself.
Yeah, lots of damage out here. The refrags coming back and forth. Apex looking a lot better this round, I want to say, as they have been able to get these refrags and been able to survive longer than some of their earlier rounds, right? So definitely a lot better for them this assault rifle round. But again, Formula 3 still set up pretty well. But it really depends on this Apex push. This has to work perfectly, otherwise it's not going to work out. Blaze taking a lot of wallbang damage there. Frags coming out back and forth as Ivis almost gets zoned out by that incendiary. It's going to shut them down at least for a little bit as they have to decide what to do here. And man, that util coming out from Angel is really shutting them down in this corner.
Yeah, LFT wants to make a move right now, and it looks like he might do that. Uncle Ron sitting in lockers on top of a table right now. Lightronics is watching that flank though, so if LFT is able to sneak by that door, then he's definitely going to be able to do something. And Hero swinging Ibis, that EMP planner, is able to take him out. Hero in the smoke right now, crouching up. Is he going to find Blaze? He finds Blaze through that smoke as well. Is he going to find the other kill? He doesn't. Weirdo is able to find him before he gets a shot off. Lightronics is still on that hatch. LFT lagged out. LFT lagged out. Lightronics dies to the strip mines from LFT. That was some good strip mine placement. Is the bot gonna find Weirdo? Oh, I thought the bot was gonna find Weirdo. Angel does.
Yeah, unfortunate for the Apex players. Looks like, was that a bot dropped in? I'm not sure if someone was weird or they just decided to full commit by themselves on, potentially a couple people on site there. But that is a rough. It started out. I thought it started out pretty well for Apex. They're sustaining damage, doing pretty good. But man, that push, they got shut out by Formula 3. I don't know if you noticed. It was beautiful utility usage there, right? They shut it out in terms of that incendiary really zoning out that area, sent in a deep smoke to really, cut out lines of sight for Apex. And I think it really threw them off when they're about to make their push there. So Formula 3, I thought, great usage of their utility to really cut out the Apex push. I mean, I don't know what to say. I think the Formula 3 defense is just looking crazy good right now, as they have really been preventing Apex from getting an amazing push in, right? Apex has started to get some setups, but they just haven't been able to develop.
Yeah, and again, util is definitely important on the defending half if you do want to delay the attacker's push, and considering which, they forgot the foam. The foam is laying on 4 ping right now, so that could be definitely devastating for Apex. But yeah, in terms of utility, incendiaries is definitely the way to go, considering you are able to delay that push. And if you get the timing right, you can incin and throw a nade, and that might get the pick. That's a really good play right there.
It was about to get a pick. Yeah, he did so much damage. I'm shocked they didn't die, but they were very smart about being able to run out.
Yeah, Uncle Ron finding Blaze with a Vezin. And Uncle Ron is getting close right now on the wall. He's getting ready to swing. I'm pretty sure Lightronics is waiting for a Weirdo with a beautiful wallbang onto Berserk. Wow, that wallbang spot is definitely that is a really good wallbang spot if you want to get easy damage on window.
Yeah, I think they were hoping to get some good wallbangs from the Formula 3 players, unfortunately, but Apex able to shut them down there. But still a 4v4, so pretty even in terms of trading. No Vezins were really traded there. But I will say, Apex is still not in the worst shape. I mean, 2 Omens and 2, never mind. Alchemon getting a pick off there. Gets that 2-piece there. That was beautiful. Can they get the 3? They got the 3-piece there. I might have pressed that replay a little too early there. But anyways, Lightronics now running through this round. Getting a 2-piece themselves. I'm going to bring it back to the game right now. I had the replay going. And Lightronics got a 2-piece here update. So it's a 2v1 situation. Unfortunately, just missed it because I pressed the wrong replay button. But Lightronics really holding it down here as things are progressing. Still leaving this 2v1 situation is very much possible. They have a cloak in hand. They got that in Vezin in hand. And they got that syringe in hand.
Yeah, Lightronics baiting out those strip mines. Lightronics, if he wants to play this, he can play this, and he can definitely do something. It looks like he's going to play this. He's just going to run straight into this room right now. Is he going to make the play? Is he going to make the 1v2 clutch? Who knows? Lightronics is in. He doesn't know Hero, though, is sitting back there in the corner. He doesn't know, and Lightronics gets taken out from Hero, sitting in a beautiful spot. Yeah. Really good try from Lightronics, I'll tell you that.
I know. I don't think they were expecting Hero. I mean, at that point, they're running in. Where do you expect them to be? So that's definitely an unfortunate thing. Let me bring that replay back from the previous round. I think it was Uncle Ron, or was that Berserk? I forgot who got the 2-3-piece. I think Uncle Ron getting the 2-3-piece here, getting the picks here in the corner. That is the wrong... Oh my god, I pressed the wrong replay. No, I missed the replay. No. Anyways, earlier in the round, wow. Sorry, y'all. I'm messing up my replay buttons right now. I have to, move them around. But anyways, there was a beautiful 2-piece in that previous round. Another 2Ps coming out from the Apex player. I thought it was about to have something, you know, develop here from Lightronics, but unfortunately didn't work out for them in that favor. But still not impossible. We've seen Apex, you know, come back a couple of these rounds with some solid attacking, but I don't know. Do you expect Apex to be able to come back at all in this first half? Because I've only seen Formula 3 winning, and I mean, a 6-0 is aggressive to say that they're going to get it, but it feels like they might be able to get that now, considering how well that Formula 3 defense
if they're
has been
able to
playing.
find their momentum in... I apologize for saying that.
I literally just finished.
Okay. So yeah, if they're able to find the momentum and find the picks that they really need in order to start off the rounds, they're definitely going to be able to find a couple of rounds. You know, they're definitely doing the best they can right now. However, I feel like they are playing a little too slow. I see that they are doing their refrags, which is good, you know, trading players. But then again, is that a wallbang spot? I did not realize that was a wallbang spot. Orange wall. Okay. That really cut me off. But yeah, no, if they're able to find the momentum, they're gonna probably find a couple of rounds. But then again, this is a defensive-sided map, so you know, I can't wait to see what they can do on the defense, though.
Oh, the fragment up from the Apex players hits nothing, unfortunately. And it looks like Luna gets hit by Uncle Ron. The frag didn't come from Apex, but rather Formula 3. And that was definitely an amazing frag. There are frags coming out from both sides here, but it looks like Apex has not been able to push into sight yet. It's been a tough spot as Hero takes a lot of chip damage. Never mind, LT gets a beautiful wall bang. And I don't know, how are you feeling about this current round?
Oh, this is amazing. This is what I want to see, the wall bangs! Angel's able to find Lightronics. Another nade toss! It's going to tag him up just a tiny bit, but it's not going to kill him. Oh, LFT really saved his buddy Hero wall banging back onto Blaze, because Blaze was about to find Hero. Ivis is in. Angel knows he's in. Oh, he just misses the pick. Just misses it, and he's going to throw an instant to make sure he doesn't come in. And you know, Apex is in a very tough situation right now. They lost their players due to wall bangs, and you know that really sucks.
Yeah, Ivis trying to be sneaky, trying to not get shot, but still takes a lot of damage. I mean, Apex, I think they're still trying to make something happen here, but at this point, you just got to go for the save, I think.
Yeah, you definitely got to go for the save, even though it's fourth round or fifth. I'm sorry.
Fourth, yeah, going into the fifth. I mean, they're gonna be going into their upcoming sixth round after this. At this point, all they can do is rely on that eco and hope for the best. I mean, they're going into the upcoming round with at least one of Vezin, Ivis coming in with an Omen. So hopefully, they can do something in this upcoming round. Looks like they won't be able to get full Vezins for the team. So unfortunately, it didn't quite work out in terms of that save. But they can try something here. But I normally don't, you know, even like in teams that I've seen that are dominating the first round, the 6-0s are kind of hard, right? The idea is at some point someone gets a round win at somewhere, right? But that doesn't seem to be the case here. You know, it looks like Formula 3 is almost running towards a, you know, dare I say a 7-0 against Apex, which is would be crazy. But at this rate and momentum, not an impossible thing to have happen.
Yes, I do agree with that statement. They could go 6-0, and then, you know, Apex could bring it back to a tie. You know, it's definitely possible. It's not impossible. It's definitely possible. If Apex wins this one round, they get 5-1. They get 5-1, and, you know, again, this is a defensive-sided map, so if they're able to really put the pace on defense, and, you know, they'll be just fine. You know, they could bring this back to a tie if Formula 3 does win this round, putting them on match point. And all they need to do after getting match point is win one more round. That means they get this map to themselves. That nade, I thought that nade went deeper into the lockers. A flashbang coming in. That flashbang is beautiful. Luna dodging that nade. Luna's swinging to get the double. Luna's in sight. LFT finding Lightronics. Another nade, and it looks like Luna's going to dodge that nade as well. Oh, he doesn't dodge it that much. He's down to 62. They're in sight. They can get the plant off. That incendiary is going to that flashbang, these util usage is just a perfect plays with a nade onto Angel. Hero getting the refrag onto Blaze though. It is now a 3v2 situation right now. Apex has that EMP planted. Luna's in lockers. Luna's able to find LFT. Hero's the last one. Weirdo is able to find the pick, and it is now a 5-1.
You know, this is what I was talking about. I didn't want to say 6-0 because I feel like it's just hard. It's hard to get a proper 6-0, right? Like there's always something that happens. I feel like if you get 6-0, the team is just that much is dominating you at that point. But I don't want to say that Formula 3 was dominating Apex. They were doing very well, close to dominating, very close. I want to say I don't want to discredit the Formula 3 players, but it was, I saw the other players doing well on the Apex side here. Anyways, let's check out this push in. I think it was by Luna getting that 1-piece, 2-piece in that locker room. That was vital, I think, to allowing Apex to get that push in and getting that plant off eventually, right? It shut down the Formula 3 defense because they just were not expecting both players to go down so fast. And that's what I'm getting at. Something happens, right? But in the first 6 rounds, I don't care how good the team is playing. Both teams are played by very high-skilled players. Something comes up, right? And that's exactly what we saw there. Formula 3 playing such an amazing defense. So 5-1 is nothing to scoff at, right? It's still a huge deal. But I'm not shocked 6-0 didn't work out. As Incendiary comes out, almost taking out Blaze. I mean, down to 10 health there. That's insane as Uncle Ron finishes the job.
Electronics is swinging. Oh, he gets taken out from Berserk, though. Formula 3 on a beautiful attack right now. Angel's able to find a pick onto Luna. Ivis with a nice little lean pick is able to find Uncle Ron. Hero's going to toss a nade. Is it going to find Ivis? It doesn't find Ivis. It was landed right on that door. F3 with a beautiful push. And I was going to say this before they just started running in there and causing absolute chaos. Berserk is in the A site. Is he going to be able to find Weirdo? He finds Weirdo. It is now down to a 1v4. And Ivis is going to get taken out from LFT on that flank. I thought he was, but there was a door blocker. And Berserk is able to find the last kill. It is now match point for Formula 3. And I was going to say, you saw how Apex in the first half of this map, they played really slowly on attack. And they changed it up right on the last bit, and they went fast. They pushed in there. They got the picks that they needed. That's what I'm talking about as well. You get the momentum, and you're able to find the picks that you need, and you're just going to be able to push into that site, and then that's pretty much a free round for you. Changing your playstyle up from a different one is always good.
No, definitely. And I mean, we saw from, I would say, Formula 3 there, a faster attack, and it worked out well for them, right? So I definitely agree with you that Apex might have been a little too conservative with some of their pushes, but I think for good reason. That Formula 3 defense was consistently preventing them from getting that push in. I think what worked out in Apex's favor there was the fact that they kind of went for a different push. I think for a variety of this time when they're attacking the 3rd floor, they tended to hit this, top floor A site. I think they tried twice in a row, failed, and decided to switch off and try out B, which, is not as common, and it worked out, I think, very well for them. But anyways, Formula 3 running now at match point here, and I think they're going to have 2 hero buys and 2 half buys. So they're going all in on this round, which is going to be a very high cost round. And they're kind of gambling. It's going to be a really big gamble for them. We'll see if it does work out.
Luna swinging. Oh, that incendiary does not catch LFT. Electronics taking out Berserk is 4v4 now. They traded players with each other. LFT is still sitting there with EMP. He's going to find Ivis. He does find Ivis. Electronics trying to go for that refrag, but misses that refrag. And LFT with a beautiful flick onto Electronics. And LFT, I thought LFT was going to find Weirdo, but he doesn't. Weirdo tucked into connectors right now in front of that box, and it looks like Formula 3 running down Tetris hallway. They are going to take full control of vending. Now let's see what F3 is going to do. Let's see what their play is and what their idea is going to be for this. And there's a little foot peek right here under that little, what is this? Under the little table
desk,
thingy?
cabinet. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I never know what does it have an actual name? Weirdo commits. Yes. Oh my God, Uncle Ron sets that down. Let me give him a little replay there in the end too. I mean, that beautiful I didn't expect them to play so aggressive there. They had someone in the cubby. You know, didn't quite work out. Uncle Ron shuts it down, gets the corner, and I barely was able to look at the, you know, other player. But, you know, Formula 3 off to a beautiful start already. You know, a map win in the pocket, 7-1 against the Apex players here. You know, beautiful gameplay there from Formula 3. I almost expected a 7-0. They got the 7-1, which is still a really big deal there, right? 7-0, 7-1. It's I'm not gonna say there's not a difference. There is. 7-0 is huge to get, but 7-1 is a strong showing from the Formula 3 players. Granted, they did start on the defending side, so it might have looked a little different on the attacking half here. But I guess we'll never know because they have shut them down already. So they only need one more map win, and then, you know, this is best of 3, right? Best of 3. So if Formula 3 can get another map, that is going to be a series win for them. And Formula 3 securing their second spot in NA, potentially bumping them to #1. But that MMR from Acer, I think, is just so high. I don't know even if a win from this will be able to bump Formula 3 up to that first place, unfortunately. But what did you see? What did you see in that previous round, Pillow?
In that previous round, I did see that Formula 3 was able to get the picks that they needed again, and, you know, they felt committed to push in, and Uncle Ron, very, very nice push from Uncle Ron, you know, able to find the 2-piece to end that. And now we're seeing Dam, one of Apex's favorited maps. You know, Dam is one of the maps Apex has been practicing on for a very long time, I believe, and the reason why I say that is because this is their best map, in my own opinion. They really love this map. They find new angles a lot on this map. You know, what do you think about Dam? How do you like Dam?
You know, Dam, I don't mind. I like it. It's I think it's so interesting. It's such a wide map, so open in certain areas. A lot of different ways to approach it. So many breachable spots. It allows a lot of interesting options for the attacking team. But I know the community has definitely some stronger opinions towards it. But oh, that is interesting. We are not going to Arctic, y'all. Sorry, it's we are going to Dam. I think that is not working. Anyways, let's skip it to the game there. But yeah, no, it's definitely, I like the map personally, but I know I've heard some strong opinions in the community against Dam. So
yeah, so a lot of people don't like Dam.
Dare I say I like it? Dare I say I like it? I mean, yeah, I don't want to get shot. Don't shoot me. But I do kind of like Dam. I don't love it.
Yeah.
Skyscraper is still my top map. It was my favorite map. I love the roaming, you know, options there. But I appreciate Dam. I'm sorry. You know, I don't. But I'll say this: I don't have a map that I hate. Like, honestly, I don't.
I don't either. There's not a map that I hate. I used to not like Dam. I'll be honest. I used to not like Dam. I like it now because I actually played it more. But, you know, Dam, again, is a very good map for Apex, and I believe I'm kind of going with it. I think Apex is going to take Dam. I'm
That's
positive
gonna be bold.
Apex is
That
going
would
to
be
take
a
Dam,
bold thing to
we'll
say
see.
here. Let me switch these team names here. Formula 3 starting off on the defending side again as LFT gets a pick there early on. Frag coming out. 2 frags coming out there as they shoot down 1, 2, 3 players already. Flytronics is essentially about to die anyways as they only have 4. Oh my god, they got the pick with 4 health in hand. As that's an insane. Let me see. I hope I got that replay there. I'm not sure if I took too late. We'll get back to it later. But right now, coming down to just Flytronics. I mean, what do you feel about this? It was just a death tunnel for the Apex players.
See, I don't want to retract my statement yet, but I might. You know, LFT playing on that box was very, very nice. Nice play from LFT. Sitting behind that box is definitely that box. I believe is still wobbingable though. A lot of teams and a lot of people that I've seen whenever I play Breachers, I see them wobbing this box a lot. And, you know, there's somebody sitting behind it, they would get taken out from that wallbang. That box is wallbangable, I believe, or they fixed that and made it unwallbangable, but I'm not sure. I haven't played Dam in a little bit. Really good round from F3 though. You know, definitely LFT was definitely the MVP of that round.
I mean, yeah, getting so much early chip damage against the players. Let me see if I was able to capture that replay here. Let's see what was going on here. But just missed it. But as you can see in the top right, there's so many kills coming out from the Formula 3 players. as they were able to really hold down that attack from Apex. They could not get beyond that door. They might have, I don't know. I don't know what else they could have done better, because Formula 3 just they just read them too well there. You know, they had 2 players playing an aggressive defense there, which I think is pretty aggressive. I've seen maybe 1 player play up, and having 2 of them is definitely in a very aggressive defensive style that worked out for Formula 3 there. You know, they played in their phase, able to get those shots pretty early on, and didn't let them get any further. They did lose some of those players, but they also gained a lot, you know, from that defensive tactic there.
Yeah, and as you do see, that static field emitter right in the middle of that hallway is pretty interesting static field. I've actually never really seen that before, and this door that Luna came through, there's a lot of times that door is pre-fireable and somebody would get taken out from that. That's a very pre-fire like door, if I should say. However, you see a Weirdo right now crouching up. He's probably gonna find something. I'm not sure what he's gonna find if I go take a look real quick. And it looks like Angel is watching that stairs though, so they're gonna get in a bit of a collision. But I'm not sure. Angel turned his back, and then Weirdo's still creeping up on the stairs right now. This is very interesting.
I expect something to clash there at some point, but right now, let's see what the action is going on with the main Apex players. I think it's kind of like a 4-1 push, or it's like 3-1-1. It looks like they're playing roamers, like watchers, for the Apex players on the back there. So we'll see if Angel can get value there.
Weirdo finds Angel with a flank. Angel was not looking. I apologize for cutting you off, but man.
You're good, you're good.
You can take it. You got it.
Nah, it's getting hot here. Incendiary shutting out Uncle Ron, as I think Apex did one of their first pushes in this site, as Luna able to shut down Uncle Ron. This is going to be a big one, but Berserk with that refrag.
Berserk getting, what is that, a refrag, I believe it was? Really nice refrag. Blaze able to find Berserk and is now down to LFT with that Vezin. He's going to clutch up. What? He gets a 3K! He is on 1 HP though. He's against Ivis. Oh god. It's a 1v1 situation right now. LFT is at 1 HP. Is Ivis going to be able to take him out with 1 shot? It looks like LFT is getting aggressive, and he does not clutch. Ivis with beautiful, beautiful play right there, sitting and waiting for LFT to swing, and LFT got a little bit too aggressive, I should say the least. However, LFT 6-2 right now off of getting that. I believe it was a 4K. I think it was a 4K.
Yeah, LFT, I think I just double checked the replay. It looks like it was a 3K, at least in that instance. They got a 1-2 piece. Somehow did a drop shot, turn 180, by the way. I don't know if you saw that right in the end of my replay. A drop shot 180 takes out the other Apex player on like 5 health or something. So definitely an insane clutch play, almost clutch play. I'll say that, because unfortunately the Apex player had too much health in the end there and shut them down. And it's going to be the first time we've seen Formula 3 and Apex be at least relatively close in terms of match point, right? And we're going to see F3 take a lot of hit for that, because, I mean, check out their side. They have only 2 Vezins in hand, so definitely going all in on that previous round. It didn't work out, unfortunately, for their gamble. But Apex, you know, on the other, they're on the up foot right now. They have 5 Vezins. I would definitely say this is probably going to go the way of Apex, unless Formula 3 does something crazy.
You know, Formula 3, if they're able to do something, they're definitely going to be able to pick up those resins off of those dead players' bodies. And it looks like LFT gets taken out from Lightronics. Lightronics repelled on that window and is able to find LFT though. LFT, I think LFT is getting a bit aggressive. I like how he's playing though. I think he's playing really, really well. I mean, it's kind of working for him. I should say the least.
I mean, 6-3, yeah, he's doing good.
He is doing really good, yeah. I think he's gonna be the MVP this round. Blaze is on 21 HP. That I believe that was a stem toss from Weirdo. Blaze did not catch that. Now they have the wall blown. Berserk tagging up Luna a tiny bit through that little crack through the wall. Uncle Ron with a Spectral sitting at a lean peak. Is he gonna be able to find anybody with that peak? I'm not sure. Weirdo jiggle peek in that hallway. I don't think he's aware that Uncle Ron is waiting for them.
For sure. They're going to be hiding in this hallway, probably waiting for a drop here, but we'll see if it does pay out for them, because it might be kind of an aggressive peak here, especially considering there's 5 players still up from the Apex side. You know, this is the first time I think in a while where we saw the Apex players with a player advantage. I mean, 5-4. Hopefully they can take advantage of this and get a win for the first time getting themselves a lead. Never mind, Uncle Ron somehow gets a shot off on Lightronics and wins that out. That is insane.
Oh, Blaze with a nice little lean peek. The hero sitting on that table is able to find 2 with a beautiful swing. That thing is wallbangable, so if these guys are able to wallbang that, and it looks like they're gonna go for the rotation, they're not ready for Angel. Oh, Angel! Angel finds 1! He doesn't find the second. What a beautiful tuck by Angel, and I believe Angel was not aware that they were going to run down that hallway, though. It is now a 1v2. Weirdo has a stim in hand and a Vezin. If he really, really wants to go for this, he can. His eco right now is 1,400. If he's able to get a kill, I believe next round, if he does die, he will be able to buy a Vezin. It looks like he's crouching up right now, sneaking up to this doorway. Is he going to grab that EMP and rotate, or is he going to commit to this push? Not sure. Okay, he peeks a little bit of it. He's gonna commit to the push. Uncle Ron peeks Weirdo and takes him out.
Man, that is definitely rough. I mean, Apex, what can you do? 5 seconds left on the clock. They had to commit. They had to get the plant off, and I think Formula 3 played that expertly. They were just sitting there waiting for an action to happen. They weren't peeking. They weren't playing aggressive. They were just playing, you know, just very conservative, passive. They're playing very passive, waiting for Apex to kind of commit to some action. And, you know, I said this last round, I would have bet on Apex winning that unless Formula 3 pulled out something crazy. And they did. They had several times where, like, a player came out with a clutch. Let me see if I had any cool replays from that previous round. But check this out here. I think it was Hero up top. They got the 1 piece there, 2 pieces. They commit to both players. I think they almost could have gotten a 3 piece there, but you know, Apex tried to go in for that rotation and switch sides. And Angel could have had a beautiful 2 piece there, but unfortunately could only commit to getting 1 pick there, unfortunately. As I think it would have been a perfect time. They probably only thought it was going to be 1 player running down the hallway, right? Or something like that. But somehow not able to get both players. But it's fine. It still worked out for the Formula 3 players, as they're still in the lead with 2-1. Apex trying their best now to really, you know, get things equal again. Potentially leading to them getting their first lead, which they haven't had yet in these 2 maps. Not yet.
Yeah, Apex going through the same door, and looks like Blaze is gonna hop on top of that box, check the stairs. He knows that nobody's there. A nade toss does land on that. That is like interesting.
Yeah,
that's an interesting landing spot. I guess that's something for sure. Luna getting tagged up in the wallbang, and it looks like oh no, that wasn't a wallbang. Uncle Ron and Luna both peeked each other, and shots came out.
Yeah.
Wow, what do you
taking a lot of damage? What's up?
I was gonna ask, like, what do you think of this A bomb? Like, what do you think, like, how it looks? Like, how do you like it, or?
It really sucks. I think on this first push, you know, this main area as they try to get in, there's a lot of sustained damage. But the thing is, they are technically safe once they can get into sight in this kind of back area, and they can take out the statics and stuff. It's wow, Angel on the back and get shot there as I was talking through that whole thing. But they're relatively safe once they can get to sight. But as I said earlier, that whole area there just sucks. Luna, oh my God, getting the 180 there. What is going on? The 180s in his game are insane right now. But yeah, like moments like that where they have the incendiary, they can commit and get the EMP planted off there. And unless there's a beautiful frag from the defending side, they're going to get the plant off, which makes it very hard. Now they're retaking, right? So I think the first kind of quarter section sucks, but once they get the plant off, it's pretty much dead. But it isn't dead, I'll say that.
Yeah, Ivis going for that plant right now. LFT swinging Ivis, and Luna was not there to watch it. Luna and Lightronics are both in a situation. LFT is able to find another kill onto Luna. LFT going crazy right now, going 8-3 in this map on defense. And let's see what Lightronics' idea. Let's see what he's gonna do. Is he gonna play this out, or is he gonna save that Omen?
I mean,
not
20
really sure,
seconds
looks
left.
like...
Not much here. LFT and Lightronics committing, but oh, you can't really beat a Vezin to the face. You know, there's only so many things you can do there. And it looks like Formula 3 winning out another round. But you're right, Neil. I think you're right in that this looks a little more favorable for the Apex players. They've been able to get a couple more rounds closer, I think, in this first attacking half. So I am I'm gonna give them more favor, definitely, once they get on the defending side themselves, right? I think if Apex can get a 4-2 here, I think they might be able to win this. This might be like winnable. 5-1, I think it just might be a little too challenging considering the Formula 3 team has just been playing very well against them, right?
Yeah, they've been playing very well against Apex right now. On Apex's favorited map, by the way. And I just want to point out, by the way, as we're still in buy phase, shoutouts to Maple. Maple plays for Brug. Brug is a diamond team. Gibbler Bob, our casting coordinator. He's the captain of that team. Congrats on getting diamond.
Yeah, definitely fun to see. But how are you feeling about the performance of Apex and Formula 3? You know, I forgot to bring up the community votes earlier. It was 43-12 for Apex, so definitely not the worst. About a 4-1 vote, you know, against Apex. Never mind, as some early shots from Electronics shuts out Berserk there, as that aggressive defense from Formula 3 did not work out yet. I will say, yeah, I do see 2 more extended roamers here, so we'll see if they can get some value.
Blitz coming up the stairs right now, and it looks like LFT heard that drop. Luna's able to find LFT with a beautiful flick, and Blaze with that Spectral. Is he going to be able to find Hero? He does have a cloak. If Hero gets aggro, I think Blaze is going to find the pick. Blaze tosses a nade! Oh, and Weirdo finds the pick onto Hero. He got baited out by that nade really bad. Blaze right now running over to the B site, and it looks like Uncle Ron with a nasty little lean peek. Is he going to be able to find Blaze, or is Blaze going to be able to find a beautiful shot onto Uncle Ron? Let's see what he does. He jiggle peeks it. He sees Uncle Ron sitting there. He's going to try to blind fire, but it does not work considering that they updated this game. And to stop that, Blaze swinging in Angel with a beautiful shot onto Blaze.
That was a beautiful shot. I did not expect that to work out. Sorry, my lag is coming in right now. As Weirdo shuts it down, gets it picked up by Uncle Ron, and they got refragged themselves. I mean, Apex finally getting another you know, round win, and it's looking better. That's what I was talking about earlier. You know, it looks more favorable for the Apex players because they have been definitely performing a lot better, I think, in this first half than they were in Factory. Factory, they were just not really able to get much momentum going. Apex here is looking very different, though. I think you're. I think what you're saying is right. This is definitely Apex's favored map, and it's really showcasing that. You know, 3-2 is the closest we've seen Apex against Formula 3 in this, you know, series so far. I think maybe you're right. If they're gonna win, it's gonna be this map. It's gonna be here. I mean, well, there is no other choice, right? Unless they draw, we won't see a map 3. You know, so Apex has to get bare minimum 6 rounds to force this to a best of 3. Sorry, map 3. Otherwise, it looks like Formula 3 will be winning it out in 2 maps. But again, the day is young. You know, we have a couple more rounds on its first half, so we'll have to see how it goes. But this is it. This is the moment. They have the momentum. They got to keep it pushing. I don't know what else to say. This is the time that Apex has. They got to get this going. And they got to watch out for this death funnel because it shut them down last time.
Yeah, that incendiary tossed by, I believe it was sorry, I got a little stuff in my throat. Blaze tossing that incendiary, kind of delaying their own push from what I see, or trying to somebody. Looks like they're not gonna that flashbang. That flashbang is gonna be a decent flashbang. Luna knows Hero's in the corner. LFT doesn't find one. Uncle Ron is able to find 2. Electronics finding Uncle Ron without refrag. Weirdo able to find Berserk as well. Weirdo is on 34 HP, and now all Electronics has to do is push into that site. Angel tossing an instant on that door. Oh, if they pushed that site, they would have definitely been able to have that plant. But they didn't, and Angel, in the time as they're getting ready to blow that wall, is already rotated it back, and he's going to be able to defend that A site. But it is a 1v2. If Apex is able to play this beautifully, find either the refrag or just one of them wins their ones with Angel. That's how I see this going. That wall is blown, an instant toss. They have a static field emitter. They're going to shoot that out. Electronics is going in, planning that EMP. Angel swinging. Weirdo's not holding the right angle. And Angel's finding 1. He's going to find 2nd. Angel hears him. Angel finds a 2nd and is able to clutch it. 4-2 over for F3. What a beautiful play from Angel. Unfortunately, Weirdo was not watching the right angle though.
Yeah, I think they maybe expected Angel to push in from the bomb site area, like the actual EMP site area. But Angel played it smart. They went around probably a spot that they were not expecting at all, by the way, because Apex literally was not watching that angle. And able to get that 1v1 and then force another 1v1. So again, expertly played by the Formula 3 players. I'm sorry, I am an F3 Glazer. I'm not even gonna like front about that. I'm not gonna front about it. But I am a little biased. I love Gravy. It's definitely an F3 Glazer myself. But I respect. I've seen Apex. They're an up and coming team that's done such a good job this season. So as we see, this is definitely a good. This map too for sure is showcasing the chops that Apex has. To play against the top 2 teams, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of curious. Did they play against Acer yet? I'm not sure.
No, they have not played.
I'm curious to see how they play against Acer. If they can play Acer on Dam, I would be interested to see how they play against them there. But anyways, Formula 3, 4-2, a good start for them. But you got, to your point, this is them now attacking. This is Apex's favored map. If anyone's gonna come back now, it's Apex, right? This is the moment they gotta get these wins. Otherwise, they're just making it a little bit easier for the F3 squad.
Yeah, Apex. I want to see how they do on defense. I see that this is their favorited map. Those trip mines, please! Finding Angel with those beautiful placed trip mines. I thought Angel was gonna hear those trip mines, but he doesn't. And Blaze finds Angel with this trip mine. That was a wonderful, beautiful, but trip mine place. I've never seen that before.
Or was it back here? Oh,
it was on
okay.
the little corner. Yeah. Apex off to a wonderful start. A nade tossed by Ivis or Blaze. Bob would call that an S tier frag. I would myself too. That was an S tier frag. That wall is blown, and now F3 3-5 against Apex. What's gonna happen? LFT swinging that door, and Ivis is watching it. Ivis and Luna. Luna's gonna get aggressive. Only a little bit. Lightronic's able to find Berserk. Weirdo on the flank. Hero swings in. He's able to find one, but gets refragged. And LFT in a horrible situation right now, and Ivis is able to clean up that kill over for Apex.
Let me see if I had
really
any,
good defensive round from Apex.
There. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of shots coming out here from the team. Never mind. That was just them getting dunked on in the end there. I think it was a 4v1 in that corner, which is again atrocious. And you talked about that side. How do you approach it? How do you attack it? And like I said, I think there's kind of 2 phases to that side. It's coming in and kind of owning the area, and then actually going for the plant. And kind of that transition between owning and going to the plant, I think, is one of the hardest parts there. As that wall is just so deadly. So many wall banks consistently coming out. Maybe a roamer from the bottom, maybe a roamer from the back, maybe a roamer from potentially upstairs. I haven't seen that happen often, but it can happen. So it's such a scary spot, right? It's like there's everything converges into that one corner, and that's what I'm talking about with Dam. It's so interesting because there's so many different angles. So I can see it being very precarious, I would say, for the attacking teams. But it is fun to see. But hey, I mean, 4-3. This is a good start for Apex. I would say that almost, dare I say, a dominant round from the Apex side. I mean, what is it? 3 or 4 players were up that round. Definitely a strong showing from them. So Formula 3, I think they are learning pretty quickly. It's not going to be a cakewalk for the attacking half of them.
Yeah, and over on Formula 3, you see LFT with a Jesper as well, saving his money. Just like Apex did in I believe it was first map. They all bought Jespers. And now you see Angel in, I believe that's what, break room? Yes, that is break room. Angel sneaking into break room right now. It looks like Apex does know Angel gets headshotted, and now they do know that he is there. I believe, is that a Vezin? Luna with a Huracan, I just realized. What is he gonna do with that Huracan? He swings, he's able to find Angel, and Uncle Ron's able to find the refrag. That nade toss almost takes out LFT and Uncle Ron, but they are able to slip away from that nade. 4v4 situation right now. What is F3 gonna do? What is their plan? It looks like they're stuck right now.
Yeah, they are getting set up to push into this A side. It looks like Electronics on the back end there. I'm curious if they're going to go roam that hallway or just kind of hold out the back angle here. But I mean, this 3v3 push is going to be happening pretty soon from the Formula 3 side. But a Weirdo playing a very aggressive angle. As Hero get that, as I get that pick, as I was just talking about the aggressive angle there. But Blaze, I mean, a Vezin in hand is still going to be deadly regardless of the numbers advantage from the Formula 3 side.
Yeah, LFT and Uncle Ryan right now on that wall. Are they gonna play refrags or are they gonna swing it together? LFT swinging at a unfortunate time. He has a Eurocon. Uncle Ron with a nice refrag. He's able to find 2. He's able to find a 3rd. He doesn't, and Hero is able to take that 3rd from Uncle Ron. Uncle Ron is at 9 HP though. What a beautiful play from Angel and Uncle Ron.
I mean,
you know, where to find that refrag.
I love the Eurocon push. I love that they knew even if they went down, they're taking a lot of bullets to the face, so the Vezin will eventually go down, right? So you call it out, right? Are they gonna go in there with the refrag in mind? And they did. They expertly played it out the 1-2. I think they almost got a 3 pick there from that push, but someone from the back end from Formula 3 did help assist them there and take that person out. But hey, that was a good push for Formula 3, which again, I thought Apex had the eco upper hand. They had Vezins in hand, they had RCPs, they had Huracans even, you know, against some of these Spectrals. But Formula 3 again somehow coming out, making things work out for themselves here. But Apex will have to do something this round. They still have a couple Vezins in hand, but it will be a kind of harsh round in terms of economy, because look at that economy advantage for the F3 side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Vezins, an RCP buy, which I'm curious about. I mean, Berserk going for RCP instead of a Vezin is a bold choice, I would say, but we'll see if that does have a reason as Electronic gets picked off early on in the round.
Yeah, I see that RCP and Uncle Ron finding a 2-piece for himself. Man, that was beautiful. And I believe Berserk is just trying to like have extra money. See, he died right there. He's gonna have extra money next round. Uncle Ron running into those strip mines goes flying into that wall. Ivis is able to find a Hero, and now Apex off to a pretty decent start. However, it is now a 2v2. What is gonna happen here? What is F3's plan? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna go for the rotate? LFT's going for the rotate. They're not aware. LFT is going to be able to get a free plant. Oh, and it looks like Ivis is able to find 1 with a beautiful swing onto LFT. And Angel and Weirdo is now in a 1v1 situation. Weirdo thinks Angel rotated all the way to A, but he really didn't. Angel's going to be able to take site for free. Weirdo in a really bad spot right now. Angel's sneaking up a little bit. Is he going to get the plant down? Is he going to commit to it? And it looks like he's going to hold an angle for a little bit. Weirdo's going on a little bit of a flank right now. Is Angel going to be aware of that flank? And it looks like he's not going to.
Ooh, this is going to come down to timing here, I think.
Yeah.
As Weirdo slowly getting their way around. Playing it smart, I think. And F3, it's hard because they don't know where they're at. They could be hiding literally anywhere. And if Angel takes a little too long, then Weirdo will get caught out at some they will get caught out at some point. So Weirdo though playing a very interesting decision here, I think, playing off site. I thought they would have maybe gone for a long rotation here, but Angel, I think, now able to clear both sides, will probably feel pretty safe in getting the plant down, which I'm surprised they went all the way around. What is
They
going
only
on
have
here?
30 seconds. And I think Angel feels safe that he is able to plant. Angel, though, does not have the walls that we do. So he doesn't know where Weirdo is. And I believe Angel's going to get that plant down. He only has 15 seconds left. Yeah, and it looks like he's going to go for the plant. Oh. He's going to get that plant off for sure. Weirdo going to be running over to try to retake that site. Angel sitting back site right here with a cloak. Really nice little position from Angel. Is he going to find Weirdo? Is Weirdo going to find a beautiful headshot onto Angel? And it looks like Angel's going to find it. Angel does find it. It is now 3-6. Match point for F3. If they win one more, that's going to be it. F3 is going to be winning the series right here if they get one more round.
I mean, I don't know what happened there. I think Weirdo played it weird. Is that weird to say? You know what I mean? I was kind of shocked to see, you know, the defending player to play basically offside the whole time. It allowed Angel to walk. I don't know if you saw it, but literally Angel walked all around the sides, decided where to plant, gave them that much free time. I think Weirdo originally was probably going to go in for some kind of rotation, you know, long rotation. I think it would have worked out in their favor. But unfortunately, they gave Angel way too much time to essentially look around, you know, decide, hey, where do I want to plant? Do I want to plant down here? Do I want to plant up there? I don't know, but I have the decision to do that here, right? So they played it a little too rough, unfortunately, and that did give them this. I mean, the Formula 3 now, 6 rounds in a pocket. They're at bare minimum gonna get this draw, right? They can't lose anymore. So the worst case, they're going to a map 3 and they're going to be off to a good start. Best case, they win this one out. All they need is one more round here. So Apex has to play this perfectly the next 3 rounds.
Yeah, and Apex at a weapon disadvantage, 3 Omens, 2 Vezins, and Formula 3 kitted out completely 5 members with all 5 Vezins. A beautiful nade is going to tag Uncle Ron up to 63 HP, but he does not get taken out from that nade. And Berserk repelling up to get with his team to begin this push. Luna with a wonderful wallbang onto LFT. I missed it, but I saw a tiny bit of it. That was a beautiful wallbang.
I literally got a first-person shot of
start.
Luna doing that. Like, that was the most lucky shot I think I ever got.
Uncle Ron sneaking up right now. Ivis was watching it. Luna is unaware of Uncle Ron. Is he able to find a second? A nade toss from Ivis does not find Uncle Ron. I think that's another nade. Oh, that's a nade tossed from Berserk. Is he gonna toss another nade? He does toss another nade, or that's an instant or flash. They got to be careful of these strip mines. They've been dying to strip mines recently. That nade from Angel. Oh, that nade went a little too far. Berserk saves himself, and Uncle Ron's able to find another pick onto Ivis. Is he gonna find the second? Or is he gonna find the third? He doesn't find the third. 2v2 situation right now. All they need to do is get that plane off, and then they have the advantage. They need to defend after this. Weirdo getting ready. Weirdo tries to blind fire, but he's not able to. Berserk and Hero in a beautiful spot right now. Lightronics gets taken out from Hero. It is now match point. Hero finding a second onto Weirdo, and now that goes over to Formula 3. A beautiful, beautiful game, and I be honest, I thought Apex was going to be able to win with Damn, but I guess I was wrong. You know, it's their favorite map, but we're talking about F3. You know, F3 has been together for a long time.
Yeah, you know, this is what I was talking about. Apex, definitely a master team. I could see the skill level there. I could see the picks. I could see the decision making going in. But I said it early on, you know, when we're talking about standings, you know, Formula 3 and Acer have been those teams that are consistently that top 2. You know, if anyone's been able to give Acer ever a run for their money, it's been F3. So that's why I consider them my own personal like top 2 every single time. So to be able to play amongst them is definitely a big deal, right? To be master tier is already such a huge achievement. To play the top 4, you know, consistently in master tier is another thing. To play consistently in the top 2 is a whole other league, right? And that's what we're seeing right now with F3. I mean, 7-1 on Factory, 7-3 on Damn. It's just been hard for the Apex players. You know, how do you play against a squad that plays like this? It's definitely a very challenging thing. How did you feel about that game? I honestly I thought you were right. I thought Apex, if they were gonna win, it would be that map too. But like somehow they almost played better on the attacking half than their defending half. But it might have just been Formula 3's attack was just that good.
You know, I really did think that Apex was gonna take them and we were gonna go through to a third map, but you know, I kind of assumed it too early because F3 ultimately beat them 7-3 on Damn. What I saw was Formula 3 was really, I would say, this. I'm gonna be a little biased. I'll be honest. I feel like Formula 3 was playing a lot better with their team in all than Apex was. Apex was doing really, really good with their refrags, but I feel like F3 played a little bit more with each other and they weren't really so spread it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I can see that. I think sometimes Apex, dare I say, I've seen some crazy picks from certain players. Maybe sometimes they rely on that. They rely on what I call clutch plays, and clutch plays are great. They're amazing. They're so fun to clip. But you can't only rely on that. And Formula 3, I'm not gonna pretend like they don't have clutch plays, but it doesn't feel like they have to rely on that, if that makes sense. Because I've seen teams that rely on clutch plays, and usually it's from a couple of the players, right? Usually they come from very specific players on a team. And Apex does seem to consistently have that come up. But again, they still played very well against a top 2 team, considering that they're a newly formed team. It's got that newer chemistry for sure. But strong showing from Apex against F3. F3 winning this one out, like the community votes did expect it. So the connoisseurs are definitely going to be happy tonight. But anyways, wanted to get some of our sponsors in. Shout out to one of my personal favorite sponsors, Triangle Factory. They provide us with the game that we love, and for supporting season 3 of VRML and contributing into the cash prize pool. Also, a great shout out to the VRML staff and team. If you ever want to get involved in what we do behind the scenes, it's creating content, casting games, helping with moderation. We're always accepting applications for more volunteers. So definitely check out the VRML Discord. The VRML Breachers Discord. Send in an application there. We are more than happy to always take on people, in the staff. And one last thing, some self promo here. If you ever enjoyed the show with me today, I do a variety of other Breachers non-VRML content. Check out my Twitch and YouTube. Me and Gravy and Shimi Marui, we're actually doing something this Saturday, so definitely come check by my Twitch, see some things out. Do you have any last words, Pillow, before we sign out?
All I really want to say is thank you guys so much for coming in and tuning in for this match. This match was a wonderful match to cast tonight. I love all of you guys. I'm glad to be here. Just take care, sleep well, get them grades.
Awesome. Sounds good. Appreciate that, Pillow. But anyways, thanks for coming out and watching another VML Breachers cast. We appreciate seeing you all here today. And of course, remember to subscribe and leave a like. It's definitely greatly appreciated for the channel. Hopefully we'll see y'all in the next cast.
Breachers VRML is brought to you by Helga, the esports manager, Triangle Factory. Thanks for watching VRML.